Las Vegas lit up on July 11th, not with fireworks, not with roulette wheels or blackjack cheers, but with the thunderous beat of nostalgia, echoing through the walls of the Sphere as the Backstreet Boys took their place in music history once again. 5 men, 30 years, one unforgettable night. As the lights dimmed and the first harmonies of "Quit Playing Games with My Heart" filled the air, the years melted away. Time stood still. Fans screamed, some with tears already streaming, others with hearts racing faster than ever before. Nick Carter, Kevin Richardson, Brian Littrell, Howie Dorough, A.J. McLean. 5 names, 1 legacy. A band that never left the hearts of millions, they just waited for the perfect moment to come roaring back. And roar they did. The Sphere, Las Vegas' most innovative visual arena, became a time machine. One powered by sequined memories and harmonies that still hit like they did in the late 90s. Fans didn't just arrive, they arrived ready, wearing shirts from the Millennium era, donning white on white in tribute to one of the most iconic album covers of all time. Sparkling eyes, trembling hands, anticipation so thick it could be felt in every corner of the venue. Then it happened. A flash of lights, a synchronized move, a 5-part harmony, the sound of an entire generation gasping in unison. This wasn't just a concert. It was a resurrection. The Backstreet Boys weren't here to remind us of the past. They were here to relive it with us. To reignite it, to celebrate it. In the Sphere, it amplified every beat, every step, every shout. With haptic seats that pulsed in rhythm, with visuals that cascaded across every surface, the experience became total. Physical, emotional, sensory overload, in the best way possible. The energy, electric. The crowd, uncontainable. The music, timeless. From "Larger Than Life" to "I Want It That Way," the setlist was carefully crafted, each song a thread in the collective memory of millions. Kevin, tall and composed, still commanding the stage like a born storyteller. Brian, with that unmistakable tone, crisp, warm, and capable of breaking hearts in a single note. Howie, graceful and grounded, delivering each line with depth and devotion. AJ, still the rebel, still the soul. Swaggering with shades on, giving edge to every harmony. And Nick, vibrant, charismatic, ageless. His presence alone could power the Strip. This wasn't about reliving glory days. This was about proving that some magic never fades. As the show moved from song to song, fans were transported, not just back to their teenage bedrooms and CD players, but to who they used to be. The girls who screamed into hairbrushes. The boys who learned dance moves in secret. The friends who bonded over mixed CDs and heart-shaped posters. The Sphere allowed them to feel that era again, not as a memory, but as a moment. A living, breathing reality. The visuals dazzled. At one point, the band performed beneath a simulated starry sky that looked like it belonged to another universe. At another, the entire room transformed into a giant, spinning cassette tape, the kind we used to rewind with pencils. Backstreet wasn't just back, they were transcendent. They told stories between songs, laughed with the crowd, reflected on their journey. 3 decades, countless hits, trials, triumphs, changes, and still, they stand together. Together, the key word. Because that's what the fans felt in that room, unity. Thousands of voices, singing every word, every note, every emotion. From "Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely" to "The One," the audience was more than an audience, it was a choir. The Sphere pulsed in blue, red, and gold. At times it felt like a galaxy. At others, like a club. And sometimes, like a memory made real. "Shape of My Heart" brought tears. "Everybody Backstreet's Back" brought the roof down. And through it all, the band gave everything. Every step, every beat, every ounce of who they are, for the people who've loved them since day one. This wasn't about chasing relevance. It was about owning it. Backstreet never left. They just evolved. They didn't need pyrotechnics to prove their power. Just voices. Just memories. Just 5 brothers on a stage, rewriting the rules of pop longevity. As the final notes of the encore echoed, fans stood frozen, not wanting it to end. Not ready to return to the present. But the magic lingered. Because something happens when you see the Backstreet Boys live. You're reminded of your younger self. Of simpler days. Of cassette tapes, rollerblades, and MTV countdowns. You remember what it felt like to believe in boy bands and big dreams. And somehow, Just for a night, that belief returns. The Sphere was their stage. But the world, still their audience. And if this residency is proof of anything, it's this: Backstreet isn't just back, they never truly left. They live in the hearts of every person who held onto that music when the world felt chaotic. Who grew up but never grew out of loving them. This residency is a thank you. A love letter. A full circle moment. And as fans poured out into the neon lights of Vegas, one thing was clear: time may move forward, but the Backstreet Boys have found a way to bring it all back. Back to joy. Back to harmony. Back to each other. And back to us.